Testing. It works.
Howdy ho.
Howdy ho, boys.
How's everybody doing out there in video world? We're here to taste wines with you, hopefully.
Right alongside.
Hopefully you have picked up your virtual wine tasting packet to enjoy delicious wines like you do every single week. Of course, right here in person, 6 p.m. every Thursday, downtown Mount Airy.
Our fair city.
That's right. We really enjoy having you here in person, but for those of you that can't, we do these virtual videos so you don't miss out on all the fun. So our goal is to cover 200 wines a year.
What a great goal.
And so we've covered a grand already.
A noble endeavor.
Yeah, and we're just getting started. That's the best part. We're in the infancy.
The infancy.
We got a lot of catching up to do.
We're just warming up.
Well,
we wasted 2 decades drinking beer.
I
just wish we'd started so much earlier.
I totally agree, Chef. We knew wine was important, but
we drank wine, but we didn't geek on it.
Yeah, we're just wine
we didn't
geeks.
understand.
And
now we see the light.
And we're the happiest we've ever been.
There is no coincidence, sir.
That is not a coincidence. So this is Chef Chris. I'm Som Ed. We work at Old North State Winery, ONS. And we are thrilled to have you here watching our video, whenever it may be. But hopefully it's alongside a delicious wine. Even if you can't necessarily be with us in Mount Airy to pick up a packet, perhaps you can find these wines out there in your town and taste along with us.
Certainly something similar.
That's right. So please comment, like, share, etc. on our videos. Stay in touch with us. We'd like to know what you think. And if there's wines you're looking for, we're happy to find those, or at least we'll do our best to find them. We're adding more and more wines to our portfolio every day, and so because we need to try all the wines of the world, we don't want to miss anything. So we're going to start with some different wines, and typically where these are not what I would call mainstream varietals, but they should be because, well, they're delicious. This is from Moser, and we're in northern Italy, in the Trentino, my apologies. Muller-thrgau is the varietal. Muller-thrgau is a beautiful blend, or not blend, I guess it's a cross or hybrid.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
sure
both.
that technical.
It's both.
But it's the Riesling is the parent. And another kind of pedestrian grape that no one ever really uses to make wine with, but it ripens very early, and that coupled with the Riesling, you get all these characters. It's almost like you get this kind of softening of the Riesling, I would say.
That's really that's an interesting wine, man. It tastes so different than what I was expecting.
Yeah, right. Well, it isn't a Riesling looking bottle, I will say that. So it is an homage to but this is in this area of the world, and you're looking into northern Italy. Also, you're going to see this grape grown in Austria and Germany, which we've served some from those regions before, and it really does well in that area. You don't really see it outside of that for the most part. And it's usually, a little bit more expensive than, quality to quality level, I would say. A little bit more expensive than like your Pinot Grigios or your entry level Rieslings or something like that. It has, you will certainly think about Riesling when you're drinking it, but it doesn't have that. Yeah.
That other grape is it's not dulling it, it's softening.
Mm-hmm.
It's not super acidic like Riesling, like I associate Riesling.
Sure.
It's got great acid, it has a lot of all those quintessential things, but it just doesn't have that pop. And it's kind of like not in a bad way, but it tastes more rounded.
Sure.
Riesling to me can be somewhat two-dimensional unless you're having like a
nice
really high end. But this seems more complex, if that makes sense. Or there's more things going on in it than just acid. Right.
It reminds me too of if I would probably lump it into like Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah, absolutely.
and it has such green and kind of cheddar notes to it that I would almost pinpoint it in Chile, because it's very reminiscent of some Chilean Sauv Blancs that I've had. Granted, this is not Sauv Blanc, and it's not from Chile. It's from Italy, and it is Muller-thrgau. So
it's great. I'm really enjoying the differences.
it is, so it's not a grape that's been around forever, but it is a grape that it is noteworthy. It is something that I think is unique. It's not going to I say it's similar to, but it's not that. So I think that it's important for us to try all the wines.
Well, you need some sort of measuring stick. You got to jump off from somewhere. Whether it needs to be more like something than unlike it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get to a place of relevance with where you're going to put it.
This is it's on limestone, so you're definitely going to get minerality here, which I adore. Complexity, as Chef's saying, he's really contemplating. It's a cerebral wine. This is not necessarily a wine that the average Joe might get or not understand. I think this is more for people that are more advanced.
And they'd still enjoy it. I just don't know if they would know why.
Right.
Because I think the minerality is leading us more to the Sauv Blanc on this. To me, this really reminds me of Elena Walsh wine.
Yeah.
Because her Pinot Blanc, Sauv Blanc things are softer.
Mm-hmm.
I find.
Yeah. And she has a
great
Muller-thrgau as well.
Yeah, and she has a great Northern Italy whites.
Yeah.
So it reminds me of her style a little more subdued.
Sure.
It doesn't have the
elegant,
the crazy spikes. It's very rounded and elegant.
Yeah. This is a beautiful wine. It's something that's, if you're having a sophisticated light meal, that this could really highlight that meal. It could really take that meal to the next level. This is a wine that, even though it's priced under $25, gives you the experience of a high-end wine, in my opinion. It's just a really thought-provoking wine. It's something that makes me thirsty for more of it. It's like my thirst is not getting quenched. I want more and more. And there's so many wines out there that, you have a little bit of it and it's good.
Yeah,
and
you're
enjoy
good.
it,
You're good to go.
But you're not drawn back into it. This one just keeps pulling me back in. And I'm gonna go back in again.
Well, I think you should, because hard to drink when you're talking. So your wine consumption to words are a little skewed.
They're skewed, yes. So classy presentation here, classy wine in the bottle. I think this is something that is certainly have a bottle or two around at the house for that special kind of, where you want to elevate a meal without elevating the price of your meal.
Yeah, and it's more, like I said, it's not as citric, even though it has tons of acid. It's not coming across as like lemon lime. To me,
it's not intense acid.
Yeah, I'm getting more melon. I'm getting honeydew.
Underripe.
I'm getting underripe cantaloupe, honeydew.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting more melon than citrus on
Yeah,
this.
I agree.
Yeah, and so it's it's fascinating. I can't wait to drink some more of this.
I think it even sprinkling some pear in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like a Bartlett. Pear, certainly.
Like the underripe.
Underripe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In a salad environment, not a dessert environment, because you can taste the vinaigrette on that pear. Just bringing that skin right out.
Absolutely. Yeah, the more you sit with this wine, the more you're gonna love it. The more you're gonna dig in. That's what I'm talking about when I'm thinking about wines. You think about they want to tell you more. They want. A lot of times we can sum up a wine in the first sip or two, but are we missing something because we didn't taste a little bit more? This wine is going to pull you in and make you think about it.
It's going to force you to.
Make you find all those hidden layers. Or maybe they're not even hidden. They're just, you got to peel the layers back.
Yeah, they're subtle. They're there and they're changing with the temperature of the wine. So, you want to keep drinking this as its evolutionary temperatures. You know, it's going to be colder on the first sip, so it's going to be a little tighter. And as it warms up, you know, more flavors are going to bloom and come out. And that I love that aspect of the wine changing. So, you know, that's one vote for not drinking it too fast. That you're taking away that evolution in the glass, or in the bottle, rather, I guess is a better way to put it.
Yeah, this wine would go with so many foods. You know, just jumping off. You know, from my gut. You know, just like when you said salads with any kind of fruit on them would be I would say just about any kind of fruit.
Absolutely.
Any kind of cheese. I can't think of a cheese that this wouldn't go with.
Me either.
And then getting into, you know, proteins, you know, certainly well, let's talk about veg. I would say green veggies.
Green veg,
Yeah.
even you don't normally have them like a crisp green veg. Like I don't think I'd want
Not a stew.
roasted roasted Brussels sprout or a roasted or a stewed green, but a bright spring vegetable.
Yeah, or super fresh asparagus.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Fresh,
barely wilted spinach.
Barely wilted spinach. You know, French beans.
Yeah.
You know, not the fat ones, the thin one. Maybe even snow peas. You know,
Yeah.
blanched snow peas.
I like that because there's a hint of sweetness.
A little sweetness there, and especially
Yeah.
keeping them, you know, in the skin and not just the peas out of the pod. That skin gives it a little more character.
Yeah, there's like the vegetable tannins.
The tannins, yeah.
To me, this approaches the dryness here almost approaches tannins. I know we always say that there's not tannins in white, but
Not as much.
Not as much. Yeah,
they're there.
And then of course I would imagine seafood.
All day long?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's a seafood this wouldn't go with. Shellfish, seafood, I mean, all
goat
across
cheese.
the board.
Going back to cheeses, the goat cheese is now banging around in my brain.
It would be simply fantastic. I think
Manchego
would be great. I think any of the cheeses. I want blue cheese with this.
Yes.
You know, I think but I would love the tartness. The tartness of the goat would be spot on.
Yeah.
But I like that little extra creamy on the.
Yeah.
I think I want to wrap prosciutto around some blue cheese for this.
So that's what we're going to do?
I want to wrap some prosciutto or some blue cheese and incorporate that into a salad.
Yeah,
so
that's salty with this too.
And I think instead of a animal protein, I want to go nuts, like some pecan, almond, maybe even some pistachio with some pear or apple, some fresh greens with the prosciutto blue.
Yeah.
I think just keeping it to a spring salad.
Yeah. Tis the
season. And we're going to get plenty of the substance from the nuts, and that's going to be enough, and the meat from the prosciutto, obviously, and we were still having a protein. But I think that's going to have tons of flavor without the addition of a fish or a shellfish.
I'm loving it, Chef.
It's what I want right now.
This is absolutely delicious.
It is, and it's a great conversation wine. I mean, I could go on and on about that. It's delicious.
I hate to leave this wine, but we have to talk about our next wine. But
well, they'll make more, and we can always come back to it.
Wow, what a treat!
That's the word I was going to say. That's a real treat.
All right, so
what fun.
We're going to move on to a red, and this. I'm going to stick that on ice because Chris and I are going to drink it. I guarantee. All right, so we're going to get into another delicious wine that you may have not heard of. This is actually from Romania, and a lot of people don't think about. Oh man, I had this yesterday, and I was just really adored it. And this should tantalize you. Take a sniff. Yeah. Perfume, right?
For days. Coming off a cork.
And you can see here,
Thank you.
We got a beautiful dark red. I'm going to pronounce this in my version. Feteasca, Neagra. And that is, I'm sure, a slaughtering of it. I've only heard it spoken to me once. It's a grape that I'm not familiar with, but I had this yesterday. Absolutely adored it. Not doing a lot of research, just wanted to get this wine out there because I think the wine will speak for itself. This is from Melges, or they call it Melges rather, is the name, like a proprietary name of the wine. And then Petro Vaselo is the producer. Now this again is an area that I don't have any prior knowledge to other than tasting this yesterday and going, I want to do a video on this because I want everyone to enjoy this like I enjoy it. This grape is a dark skinned grape. It's been around for quite a while, and it is considered, from my understanding, this is one of what most people consider the premium red varietal of Romania. This is a dry wine. This is an alcoholic wine. I mean, it's not.
It is not dainty.
It's not dainty, and as you can see, it's very dark. The nose, I'm telling you, you could just fall in love with the nose.
I love the nose, and I mean this in a good way. I'm getting that pinotage bouquet.
Yeah.
Not full on, but
It's
it is
intense.
so different than any other bouquet you're accustomed to, and it has violets and perfume, but like an alcohol perfume. I don't mean like a strong, but like the concentrate before you dilute it to go in a bottle. Like if you were cooking all these floral and aromatics into an alcohol that stabilizes it before it's kind of gelatinized for perfume. It's that intense. Yeah. To me. I just think it's super intense in a great way.
Absolutely. And there's tons of spice as well.
Spice.
Baking spice, peppercorn, I get a star anise.
The spice is remarkable.
Probably ginger in there.
Ginger all day long.
Nutmeg.
Ginger all day long. Because it's almost, ginger can be sharp.
Yeah.
This is not the soft sushi pickled ginger. This is that raw, like on the grater, almost horseradishy.
Horseradish.
That's what I'm getting. There it is.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers to horseradish. Yeah.
This wine is absolutely fascinating. I can't believe this is the back-to-back ones. These two freak show out of nowhere ones.
We're geeking out on this episode.
I could do this all day long. This
is why I get excited about wine. I love classics. I love throwing those underhand pitches right down the middle. But also, I want to have some. We need to experience all the versions of wine so that we can appreciate what we do like, and possibly find out that we like something we didn't even know was out there. And this is one of those things.
Fantastic.
This wine isn't like other wines, and so to me, this is a winner chicken dinner.
Chicken dinner all day. If I had to compare it to anything, I'd call it like an old Von Zin.
Sure.
Just for my palate, it's the spice, the baked fruits, it's just delicious.
I would say what would separate it from a Zin is it's a much drier finish.
Absolutely, it is not as fruity. I
gotta
grab something.
It says fruity. I think it says fruity, but the finish is way drier than a Zin. Zin's.
Well, I think Zin's finish fruity.
Oh, okay.
They start fruity and finish. Like this doesn't. But I had to pick some superlatives that remind me of something because it's so out there.
It does taste a little Zin in the first 2/3.
In the first 2/3, right?
Yeah.
But you're right. It dries right. It finishes like a Cab Franc.
Yeah.
You sip the Zin and finish with the Franc.
Yeah, that's a great call, Chef. There's definitely some Cab Franc. I'm getting plenty of pepper with the spice. It's these baking spices with pepper.
It's like a French claret.
Yeah. I almost get a little bay leaf too.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Like way down in there.
Oh, on the nose as well.
Yeah.
You're getting laurel on the nose for days. That's part of that florality that's in there.
But the horseradish, that was a great call.
But I mean, it is so.
It's. Great
I mean,
call.
it is just.
That's one of the calls of a lifetime. I've never heard anyone call horseradish.
I'm gonna kind of tired.
Yeah, I've heard people say.
But you gotta have a big one. You can't be.
I've heard people say wasabi on Gruner's.
Yeah, yeah.
Which but you know when you think of wasabi, it's processed. You know, no one's ever calling fresh wasabi. They're calling the little, the dried powder, reconstituted wasabi that we have with our sushi. Because it's very green.
It's very green,
and it looks green. You know, they dye it green.
And yeah, of course.
And
that's where they want to end up.
And that's where you're trying to when you're saying these descriptions, you're trying to, you're trying to find where your brain most associates things. It's not because any of that stuff is here. This is 100% grape juice.
Yeah.
And so we're just looking for things that are close to what we're tasting or experiencing.
And our brains crave that. They crave association.
They want to put everything here. They want
association
they want to
so
put
desperately.
Here, and here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I've got to find the right cabinet to put this in.
The problem is most of my cabinets I can't find.
We can't talk about your cabinet.
I can't find them. Where are they? They got to be in here somewhere.
They're
lost.
Or under repair.
Yeah. Hopefully, but every now and again I get triggered and remember something like popsicle stick. But this is absolutely wonderful, complex wine from a country that you may or may not have explored in the terms of wine. We intend on exploring every possible avenue for great wine. Jeff, one of the things that I noted on this is that it has some alcohol in it.
Yeah, it's present.
Yeah,
it's present.
Yeah, it's not dainty. It's listed at 14.5.
Is it? Is that what it says?
But I bet it's more.
They lying.
I bet it's more.
I
but
like
that's
how they
okay.
put the latitude and longitude on there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, 14.5. That's some Romanian math right there, I can tell you.
Beautiful, simple label.
Love it, love
Beautiful.
it. Very African.
Yeah. The Black Maiden is what that kind of... I'm sorry if I'm totally sorry if I'm just destroying the pronunciations, but Feteasca Neagra is how I thought I heard it, but I'm going to roll with that. But the Black Maiden is the nickname, and of course they've got a feminine feature there. Quite beautiful.
We need to get Livia Livengood to tell us about this region. She's one of Isabel's teachers at the high school. She's from Romania.
Oh, wow. Well, if you're out there...
And I do a lot of donating to her because she bakes bread and raises money for Ukrainian refugees living in Romania.
Yeah.
Because they're hosting so many families that fled.
Right.
So, anyway, she'd be a great resource. I'm going to take a picture of this and send it to her.
Cool.
See if we can get some background on the region.
That'd be great.
So, yeah.
So maybe we'll have a little follow-up in another video about this. But regardless of that, maybe we can even interview her.
I think we should.
If we're
going to have some Romanian portfolio.
We'll do another Romanian wine and have her on our silly little video that we do. And
we won't tell her how ridiculous we are, so she'll say yes.
Right. So food-wise, we're good. What are we doing?
I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you.
I have no idea what to do.
I would love to give you some clues, but
I really want to do something.
It's a big one.
I need something stewed or braised. I really want to do like a braised tomato, like a long-term braised tomato sauce or a stewed meat. Is what I want to do. Yeah. I mean, I just ragu-ish. Yeah.
Well, goulash. I don't know what you do with this. It's. I would imagine that whatever it is going to be big.
It's got to be big. It's got to stand up.
Game, lamb, braised meats. Something that's like you said, stewed. Mushrooms. If you're into vegetarian stuff, I would go, on the richer side. Beans.
We're gonna do a pork shank. I'm not gonna do the shank in the box, but I'm gonna pull the big chunks of pork shank meat.
I think Saturday Night Live did a video on that shank in the box.
You're right. I remember. That's a catchy.
Yeah, catchy
tune.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna do, but it's gonna be a very rich pork. You know, we're gonna do all of our aromatics, our bouquet garni, but we're gonna add a bunch of tomato, and we're gonna richen that up. And I almost want to do a cassoulet with that.
Ah, yeah.
Well, maybe that's the way to go.
Beans and game.
Beans and game and pork scraps.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do a cassoulet.
Okay. Because cassoulet, you can do anything.
You can do it, yeah. And
If you got some beans and you bake it, it's good to go. Cassoulet is probably my favorite French dish.
I would have a hard time leaving it. You know how people like to pick out their final meals. I'd have a hard time leaving cassoulet off of it.
Yeah, ossobuco, my favorite.
Well, yeah, but that'd be your
Italian,
appetizer.
and then French cassoulet.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, those are my. You know, every country I like to have like this favorite dish, right? I just remember.
I love it.
Just thinking about Dumb and Dumber when he goes, "Oh, you're from Australia? Austria?
Throw another shrimp on the bar.
Yes.
Good day, mate.
Good day, mate." Austria, yes, brilliant. Anyway, I digress.
I hard to believe with a name like Dumb and Dumber that movie was so stupid, so silly.
It
Some
was.
of the best one-liners of all time.
That's a fact.
Of all time.
Monkey, like when they're listening to Monkeys and they said, "Oh, they're a big influence on the Beatles." And Monkeys completely copied the Beatles. It was beautiful.
Did we landed on the moon?
Right. Yeah, that was classic. Well, that's still up for debate, by the way.
No, that's true.
And
That's true.
and the world is flat too. Don't forget.
That's true.
Well, all the
What did
silliness
I
aside.
saw a thing where a guy said, I think it was like a yearbook thing, and he said, he goes, if the world is flat, how come my life keeps falling into to obscurity?
Right.
Because I can't fall this far on a flat Earth or something like that.
Yeah. Deep thoughts.
Yeah. No one said it can't be flat because cats would knock everything off of it.
That's a good point. Yeah,
They
they're
see
good at
something,
that.
they're gonna swipe it right off.
Yeah, cats are evil, but they're loving at times. Well, we have enjoyed another wonderful tasting with you. We've had, like I said, we do 4 in person, 2 here on virtual. If you're missing out, well, shame on you.
Get on the band.
Give us a call here at Old North State. Get involved with our virtual tastings. Learn more about wines. And if you're on the other side of the planet or you're on the other side of the country, track some of these wines down. Support these small producers and really elevate your personal palate, because these wines will do that. It's fun to think about what you're putting in your body and not just guzzling it down.
It's a wonderful thing to think about, because it makes drinking every day very philosophical and educational.
It's wholesome when you're drinking every day.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm pursuing a higher plane of thinking.
We're going up and up and up. But we do appreciate your support. Please like, share, messages. Hey, everybody out there, I miss y'all.
See
I'll see you soon.
Thanks.